Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the Thrunite Archer 1C version 2. For those of you who follow my channel, you probably already know that Thrunite is my favorite flashlight, and the Archer series is my favorite series of the Thrunite flashlights. And specifically, I like the one that uses the AA batteries, which is the 1A version 2. But for those of you who like the extra power and slightly shorter benefits of using a CR123 battery, the Archer 1C version 2 may be the perfect flashlight for you. So let's take a close look. Thrunite was kind enough to send me two of the Archer 1Cs. One comes in neutral white, the other one comes in clear white. And I'll show you the differences in the way those look later on in this video. So if you're interested in purchasing one of these, I provided the links below for both versions if you're interested. Just wanted to make it easy for you. So if you do order it, this is what comes in the box. You get your flashlight. You also get a lanyard, some extra O-rings, and also a tail switch cover. You can see that it does have a rubberized covering over the tail switch. Those type of things do eventually wear, and they were thoughtful enough to provide an extra one. Now, like I said, this is the version 2. What's special about the version 2, it has a more user-friendly user interface, and that's because they added this button right here, this mode button. So you don't have to use the tail switch on-off button to also cycle through the modes, because you have a dedicated mode button right there, and I like it a lot. Now, this flashlight utilizes a CREE emitter. Now, the clear white and the neutral white use two different emitters. The clear white uses the CREE XP-L version 6, while the neutral white version uses the CREE XP-G2. You have 5 modes of operation for this flashlight. You have firefly, low, medium, high, and strobe, and I'll be going over those here shortly. You have a nice stainless steel striking bezel right there on the front, used as an impact device. That's why this is a tactical flashlight, because in my book, if you're calling yourself a tactical flashlight, you better have this type of bezel. You have a ultra clear tempered glass anti-reflective lens right there. You have a really nice smooth reflector. You can see how well it magnifies the CREE emitter right there. You see that yellow? That's the LED basically being reflected by the reflector. You can see what a good job that reflector does. Now, you also have a removable stainless steel clip. This is another upgrade from the older version. The older version, you had to remove the tail cap and the gasket. The new version, you could just sort of pull off just like that. And you could even rotate it and reverse the clip if you want to carry it in a different direction. I'm going to leave it the way that it came, just like that. The body is made of aircraft aluminum, has some nice knurling right there, so you could get a good purchase on that flashlight. The tail has a U shape, as you can see right there, and that does two things. It keeps the button from inadvertently getting pressed if something hits the bottom. It also provides a means to tail stand the flashlight, which is important if you want to use this in an emergency where you have no power. You can turn this flashlight or reflect the light off the ceiling and light the room. It has enough power to do that. So really nice. You also have some holes right there, and that's to go ahead and tie your lanyard to. You just slip it through. Really nice. So let's go ahead and unscrew the tail cap. And you have some really nice square threads. They already come greased. You also have an O-ring right there. That's important because this is waterproof. It is, as a matter of fact, it's IPX8 waterproof, and that's down to 5 feet. Now, this You saw that I put a CR123 battery in it because this has a wide working range of voltages. You could also use a lithium-ion 16340. That's a rechargeable battery. It'll actually give you a little more power, a little more life, and it's rechargeable instead of buying the CR123s, which can be a little bit pricey compared to, let's say, the AA batteries. Now this flashlight has the on-off button, but it also has Momentary, so when you could just press this a little bit and it just comes on, or you can press it till it clicks and it stays on. Click it again, it goes off. Very simple, very easy to use. Now this also has a memory function, so let's say I go through some modes here. You can see that's a little bit less bright. If I turn it off and I turn it back on, it comes on at whatever that setting is. The only mode that it does not do that in is the strobe mode. Now I did say that this is waterproof. This is also impact resistant. Just to reiterate, waterproof to the IPX8 standard, and it's down to 1.5 meters, which is 5 feet. It's also impact resistant to 2 meters or 6.5 feet. The weight of this flashlight without the battery is 52 grams or 1.8 ounces. The dimensions is 94 millimeters in length, which is 3.7 inches, and the width of the bezel right here, or the diameter of the bezel, is 23 millimeters or 0.9 inches. So now let's go ahead and run through the modes and run times of this flashlight. Rather than to bore you of all the specifics of both the neutral white and the cool white, I'm going to go ahead and list them right down here. And I'm just going to run through those modes, and you can go ahead and read what the run times and lumens are for each one of those modes. So you just press this button to run through the modes. The first one is the firefly. You can see that it is barely lighting right there. Then you go ahead and press it again, and you're in the low mode. I'll let you just take a look how that looks, right just like that. Then we'll go ahead and press that mode select again, and that's medium, and then again, and that's your high. And that high is really high. That's 500 lumens. Now it's only, not only, but it is a little bit less with the neutral white, which is 418 lumens, as you can see down here. So let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like as far as what the light looks like on a surface. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up to the highest setting, and we'll go ahead and raise the flashlight a little bit so you can see both the spot and the flood. You can see there's no weird artifacts or anything weird going on. You got a nice spot and you got a nice flood, and there's no like spillage around the edges. There's no weird circles or anything like that. Very nice, clean light. The next thing I'd like to do is show you the difference between neutral white and cool white. Now, I have both of these flashlights set to the low setting. I'm not even going to have to tell you which one is which, because you'll be able to see it. I'm going to go ahead and turn both on, again on the low setting, and you can see the difference between the cool white and the neutral white. The cool white is a whiter, cooler looking light, whereas the neutral white is more of a warm light. Are there benefits to one over the other? Well, sort of, yeah. Well, first of all, the cool white, obviously by the specs, is a little bit brighter. It's brighter. The neutral white is more of a natural, closer to the sun kind of color. So this light will reflect off whatever surface and then back to your eyes, and it will give you a more natural looking light reflection. I don't know how to express it any better. Things will just look more natural, a more natural color, where the cool white will sort of white things out a little bit. Also, the neutral white will cut through fog just a little bit better, because the atmosphere does reflect blue a lot more, which is more in the spectrum here in the cool white. So this tends to get reflected off of mist and clouds and fog a little bit more than your neutral white, which can cut through a little bit better. But again, on a clear day, the cool white will definitely reach out just a little bit more than the neutral white. So there's your benefits between the two. And again, I'll just go ahead and show you here just again what they look like compared to each other. We are out in my backyard, and it is almost fully dark, sort of dusk. And what you're looking at is a little ornament or sign that is about 50 yards away. Now I wanted to show you what this flashlight can do outside. First, we'll do firefly. Obviously no difference, but if I put my hand in front of the camera, you can see right there that it is working. Now we'll go ahead and hit the mode select button, and that is the low setting, and you can see it's adequate. Then we'll go to medium, not too shabby, and then high. That is pretty amazing for such a small flashlight. If I raise it up here, you can see it's reaching out even further than 50 yards. It's probably reaching out there about 100 yards. But just wanted to show you what this looks like outside. Can you see me? You could barely see me. I'm going to go ahead and tail stand this flashlight right here. And it's at the 500 lumen, the high setting. You can see it's reflecting off the ceiling, and you can see me really good. Pretty neat, huh? And that's why that tail stand feature is that important. One other thing I didn't demonstrate yet is the strobe mode. So while I have all the lights out here for maximum effect, I'll go ahead and enable the strobe mode. Now, if you are susceptible to epileptic seizures or have a problem with strobe lights, you might want to go ahead and look away for about the next 30 seconds. So what we're going to go ahead and do is press the mode select button and hold it until and then once it starts strobing, let it go. About a second. And there we go. And you can see how that looks, and it really is disorienting. I'm going to go ahead and press the mode select button again and let my eyes adjust here for a minute. It's pretty wild. And what that feature is for is, again, it's tactical oriented, and it's the most important feature, or one of the most important features in a tactical flashlight. That's why when I'm looking for a tactical flashlight, it better have the striking bezel on the front, and it better have that strobe feature, because if you have an attacker coming at you, especially at night in the dark, you put that strobe directed at them and into their face, it's disoriented. It gives you a tactical advantage. So if you're looking for a CR123, by the way, this does get pretty warm in that high mode. It is I can hold it in my hand, but it's warm. It's pretty warm. If you're looking for a gorgeous, compact, tactical flashlight that uses a CR123, this is as close to perfect as you could get, in my opinion. Look no further than the Thrunite Archer 1C version 2. I love the Archer series. Highly recommended. It gets my most highly recommended recommendation here at the Gear Obsession channel. And again, I will provide the links below. Wow, I should have done that. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really do appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and, you know, especially you. And I hope you have a great day. Take care.